I'm Daniel, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We here at the channel are continuing in our series of videos with respect to information, education, inspiration, guidance, advice. And I mentioned in a previous video the concept of Negios, of self-interest. And it's a truly remarkable person who can advise people and run his life and his affairs and give guidance to others, contrary sometimes to his own self-interest. And I'm reminded of Raphael, Eliyahu, Eliezer, Mishkovsky. He was the Rosh Yeshiva, the principal of the rabbinic school, advanced Jewish learning. The Yeshiva Knesses Chizkiyahu, this would have been in Israel. And he was the kind of person who was able to give advice, even if that advice was contrary to his own personal interests. There was once a student at the yeshiva, at the school of higher Jewish learning, and this student wasn't working out. He didn't fit the ideal of what a student, what the administration felt that the student at this yeshiva should be. And he just wasn't living up to the standard. And so the administration decided that it would be best to ask the student to leave, and they were going to do so at the end of the Zman, at the end of the term, that he should maybe find somewhere else to go. Unbeknownst to the administration, this young man went to the Rosh Yeshiva, went to Rav Mishkovsky, and asked him his advice. What should I do? What would be in my best interests? And the Rav said, what would be in your best interest was to stay here, to stay in a yeshiva environment, studying, learning Torah, being surrounded by people who will be a good influence to you. So the boy decided he was going to stay. Later, a while later, the administration finds out about this and goes to the Rosh Yeshiva, goes to Rav Mishkovsky, and says, like, what were you doing? I mean, you could have let the guy go on his own, and now it's going to be a little uncomfortable if we approach the guy. We say, listen, you shouldn't be here after you said he should. Why did you tell him to stay? Why did you? And Rav Mishkovsky just looked at them and he says, because the boy asked me what was in his best interest, and I gave him the answer. He didn't ask me what's in the yeshiva's best interest, what's in the administration's best interest, what's in the school's best interest. He said, what is in my best interest? And I told him that was in his best interest. I gave him an honest and truthful answer. It was to remain within your yeshiva environment. I gave the correct answer. I gave the correct advice. This is an example of why Harav Mishkovsky, the Rosh Yeshiva, was a gadol, a great man, a Torah giant. It is the small people who are restrained as a result of their vested interests. They're hemmed in by their personal wants and desires and preferences. Greatness is determined by one's ability to rise over one's own pettiness. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. I hope you're learning something. I hope you're enjoying them. I hope you're finding some sort of inspiration from them. And until next time, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.